Here to discuss all this is Dan Bongino, Fox News contributor, former deputy FBI director. Dan, you're a Florida man. Is Florida going to buy Angie's shtick?
You know, I get up early, not that early, but, you know, around 6 o'clock, depends. And I get up this morning, pop over onto the elliptical, and I pull up a political playbook. And I got to tell you, there was like a celebration I heard break out at 6 o'clock in the morning all across Florida. Maybe it was just in my own head, but the results could not have gone better for Republicans. I don't want to get out ahead of myself. Listen, we still have a November election. You obviously have to show up. But this could not have gone any better for Republicans last night. We've got a great candidate for governor in Byron Donalds. But having Angie Nixon upset Vindman, who was one of the worst candidates at the top of the ticket. I've been down here in Florida. Listen, I've run for office. I didn't win. It's just a fact. But at least, you know, I showed up and knocked on the doors. Laura, nobody knew who this guy was. He was nowhere. There were no ads. He supposedly raised something in the neighborhood of $16 million. Where did he put it? Like NVIDIA stock or something? Like, what did he do with this money? Nobody saw this guy. So, you know, the socialists are taking a victory lap in Florida, but they're misreading Florida politics. It's like Angie Nixon ran against no one, like Casper the Friendly Ghost. There was no other candidate. It's not that the socialists won. It's that Vindman didn't show up. But having a candidate at the top of the ticket in the governor's race, David Jolly, and then Angie Nixon at the top of the ticket on the Senate side in Florida that has a huge population of Jewish voters while she's out there campaigning with from the river to the sea, Rashida Tlaib, and a bunch of Venezuelan and Cuban voters who some of them, their family, their property was stolen by communists and socialists, been tortured and put in prison. I mean, really, you couldn't have handed a better gift to Republicans.
Well, she was flailing all over the place this morning on MSNBC. You could tell that they were struggling with this. They kind of threw up question after question, and they mentioned the thing with the Jewish voters, and she tried to say, well, you know, we'll work with all people. I'm paraphrasing, but she's not conversant in even trying to temper her socialist act. And I don't know if she hasn't put in the time to study these issues. But she's just not serious. So again, it's stunts over substance, like so many of the progressives out there. It's all bumper sticker mentality with not any plan to grow the economy, improve public safety, or certainly have a robust but sane foreign policy. That's just all out the window. And it's just all it's all posing. It's all an act. And Florida's smarter than this.
Oh, Florida's had a run. This has been the golden years for Republican politics between Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis and Rick Scott prior to that. But think about the problem this top of the ticket has now. You got a Democrat nominee for governor in David Jolly, who's like Gozer the Gozerian from Ghostbusters. Like, he's whatever you think he is. Remember when he ran for office as like a Tea Party guy? And then he was a moderate Republican. And then he was a liberal Democrat. And then he's now a moderate Democrat. Dave Jolly he's like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, because whatever you think he is, he is. So Dave Jolly, who's the chameleon of politics, is now going to have to answer for every day on the stump Angie Nixon. It already started. You played that interview when you were open. That's all they're going to ask him about. They're going to say, hey, Dave, how do you feel about Medicare for all? How do you feel about that? You know that's going to cancel a bunch of Floridians who work in the private sector, their employee-backed insurance that they like, correct? Where do you stand there? And think about this one, Laura. You spend time in Florida. You've got a bunch of retirees down here, middle class, some poor their entire lives, finally built up a nest egg. They're considered, air quotes, wealthy by commie standards. Now, this Angie Nixon, they support a wealth tax.
They're coming for your money.
So your entire life, you bust your butt. They want to confiscate your money? How are you going to answer for that? Good luck talking to the retirees down here.
I think in all of these races, Mike Rogers, and we'll go to Michigan in a second, it's got to be an economic argument. They are coming for what you've earned, what you've saved, your 401k. It's all on the table, and you're going to pay dearly for having been successful. He's got to go hard on that. Speaking of that, Dan, Abdul El-Sayed is trying to appeal to a broader base of Detroit voters, especially African Americans. Watch.
I am Arab. I'm also African. My family immigrated to this country from Egypt. I'm proud of my African heritage. And when people try to divide us based on identity or ethnicity, sometimes we miss the nuances that make us whole and that make us human.
He's such a phony. Dan. So I haven't heard him talking about his African roots before. Is that going to work?
Listen, very rarely do I come on the air, because you know I have my own show, and not having seen something before. I have not seen that, and I'm actually glad you surprised me, because it reminds me of a segment I do on my show called Voices of Dems. It's like that old movie, Faces of Death, but Voices of Dems. How they constantly change the way they speak in front. AOC does this. You know, listen, to Abdul Al-Sayed, whatever. I don't know if you're African or not. I really don't care. I'm not interested in your ancestry DNA. It doesn't matter to me. It's just the point of this whole thing is when you play identity politics constantly as a game, like the communist, socialist, progressives do all the time, you have to constantly do this. Who cares? Do you really think that's going to win over a single black voter who's in a Ford, vehicle plant busting his butt all day? Oh, you know what? I like this guy. He said he's African over there. It's not going to appeal to anybody who actually cares about substance and policy and takes the time to show up at a poll and pull a lever. It's just obscene. It's just a byproduct of their ridiculous identity politics regime. That's why they do this voices game all the time, where they change how they speak to everyone, too.
Well,
it's juvenile.
Nixon in Florida is doing the same thing. She's ranting and raving 5 seconds ago. She goes on television this morning. It's like she just left a meeting of the Junior League. I mean, it's very, very different. Like, which one is it, sweetheart? Like, just be yourself.
I don't know how she runs with this DSA thing in Florida. I mean, really, with the Cuban population down here. No trade backs, man. It's yours. You own it. You yelled about it. You screamed about it. You own it.
Oh, Dan, before we go, this just in on Iran. President Trump is posting on Truth Social just moments ago that he's announcing the most crushing economic operation ever taken against any country. This will be economic warfare in isolation on an unprecedented scale. He also says that any country providing a lifeline to Iran will face tremendous economic consequences. This will be economic D-Day. Your reaction to that, quickly.
Well, they're losing about $400 million a day. There's an interesting piece in the Wall Street Journal today about how we effectively control the Strait now, tactically control it, the lanes we've opened up for them, the oil we're getting out every day. You know, Iran's playing poker with a pair of twos right now. And the next step after this economic warfare, it doesn't work, is going to be, death to level 6 of the regime. They're the only ones that are left because we've already killed 1 through 5. I don't see how they come out of this with any form of a W at all.
All right, Dan, thank you very much.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.